talk about the white. This is a beadboard product. It's on our walls as standard. You notice the lines go up and down, so it really makes it, gives that feel of height, openness. The white ceilings also add to that openness, as well as the windows. But I like the contrast. I mean, I don't know if this is your thing or not. And some people don't. They want, white, 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 or they want dark, dark, dark. But it really is up to you. But dark colors, especially when it comes to the walls, I mean, they tend to make the space feel tight and small. So just be kind of aware of that. I like the contrast. I like the white versus, we've got this hexagon tile back here, and then we go to the walnut, back to the white walls, and then we've got, a wood tone floor in here. So it all, at least in my opinion, kind of adds to the feel, the warmth, the openness of this space. Talking about, materials, livability, longevity, maintenance, I mean, and then cost. I mean, all that I think needs to be taken into consideration before you make your decision. In using, and all of them have their quirks or, stuff that you need to know before you do it. I mean, butcher block, I love this. I love butcher block. I love the feel of the wood, the warmth that it adds. Although there's some things about butcher block that, can be a problem. I mean, you got to consider the fact this has to stay oiled. Now you oil it with a food grade substance because you don't want, any chemicals in here that are going to affect anything you might be eating. I mean, one of the things too is if you're going to rent your tiny house out, probably don't want to do butcher block in here because you know what? Somebody's probably going to use it as a chopping block, which probably not going to end up looking all that great. But I like the look of it. I like the contrast that it offers, especially with the white. And there's a lot of different colors. Then you start talking about using maybe a less expensive material such as Formica. It scratches. It doesn't weigh much, but it really doesn't have the longevity, or durability components in it that I guess I would want because of that reason. Then you've got, granite, you've got composite countertops, you've got quartz countertops. All of them have their own individual features. They can add longevity, maintenance free, years and years of maintenance free. So, just think them through. Each one of these that I've discussed, in terms of weight, as you look at your tiny house, you need to be aware of, what you're doing. You start adding granite, quartz, they're heavy. They can add a substantial amount of weight to your tiny house. So, if weight's a consideration for you, think that through. Think about what that's going to do to the weight of your tiny house, because the towability, what you're using to haul this with. There's a whole lot of things that to be considered